welcome to the channel. We are in my Pokopia pallet town, which I have named Cozy Cove, and today we're actually going to work on a farm, a working farm. I have crops in like all kinds of different places. Most of them are in rocky ridges, but this is pretty much my home base. I actually built a huge storage area underneath the ground here. It's kind of a hot mess. It's not really organized yet, so it's not quite ready for public eyes. But up here on this cliff, I want to build a farmhouse and a really cute little farm. So without further ado, let's get started. I've been wanting to do this design for quite a while, and I originally was going to do it with the cobblestone base. But I absolutely love this modern wall design, and I finally got the recipe for it. I had to get like level 6 in one of the areas or something like that. But anyway, I am so happy to finally be working on it, and I just thought this particular block looks really good for a farmhouse. I ended up changing my mind on how big I wanted the front because I want to actually have like space to put a little bit of furniture at the front, so I changed the dimensions just a little bit. I don't know about you, but I struggle having the resources that I want for doing some of the blocks that are required. Like for instance, if you want to do a plaster wall, you have to have tons of seashells. Well, this is the guest room wall, and it only requires twine. And even though it has some blue on it, you can still only see the white part from inside. So it worked pretty good for a roof. And now we're going to go and add some more details to the outside of the building. I did change my mind on how high I want the front of this to be, so I am going to take away this one level and then just lower it a little bit. I just think it will look better in the overall design of the roof. You will see that I struggle just a little bit with this roof. Sometimes for me it's really hard to get just the right angle with magnet rise on what you're trying to place. And then once I get to the front of the house, I do struggle a little bit figuring out exactly how I want to do it, but I do get there eventually. One of the cool things about having a roof over a house like this is you can hide your electricity in the attic. I couldn't figure out why I was having such a hard time placing this block until it finally dawned on me that I had to remove part of the roof pieces in order to place it. Now that we have a roof over our head, it's time to focus on the inside, and I do change my mind quite a few times. I did not think through exactly how I wanted to design the inside. I just knew that I needed furniture in here, and I didn't just want it really simple. I wanted to try to actually fill this one up with furniture. So anyway, you'll see what I come up with in the end. is my house so far. It definitely needs more items and a little bit more TLC, probably a little bit more light. I almost wish I had made it a little bit bigger. And what I may end up doing is taking this little wall down and just putting like a baby bed in the corner over there and not worrying about trying to separate it out. So anyway, yeah, that's definitely still a work in progress. But for right now, the next thing on my agenda is I want to work on the actual farm area out here. And we're going to play around with this. I need to make sure I get it far enough away from the house that I can still do some stuff. But let's get into rototiller mode. And let me make sure I eat plenty of food. Okay, I want to do your typical farm where you have square farming areas. And here's the thing about Pokopia. So I have, and I need to go get the others, but I currently have one sprinkler in my pocket. And I'll show you the mechanics to that in just a second. But the way the sprinkler works is, if I remember correctly, let's say that we have one tile here in the middle and we put the sprinkler here. It won't work because I don't have water under it. We're just kind of giving an idea here. It is my understanding that the rototiller, the sprinkler will go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way, and then it'll go 5 this way. 3, 4, maybe 5. There we go. 5. And then from there, you have to kind of stair step it down. So your sprinkler is a true circular sprinkler, just like you would have in real life. However, I don't want that type of a farm here. I want your, typical square farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make mine 7 tiles by 7 tiles, and it pretty much works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, let me make sure I count this right, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna let, oh, I think we got it. That's fine. So yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna get all this set up and then I'll show you more of the specifics of how this works. Here we are at my farm. I had to wait for it to actually quit raining so I could show you how the sprinkler works a little bit better. All right, let me use Magnemite. Can I do it this way? I think I can. Let me remove this block. And I am going to fill this block with water. Actually, hold on. I don't want to waste my water. Let me do the other blocks first so I can do all the water at one time. I don't want to waste my water. So what you need to do is, in order for the sprinkler to work, there has to be a water source. And so the best trick that I have found is to take out this middle block. Just remove it, and then I have a water that I got from a vending machine, and I'm just going to gulp on it, and then I'm going to fill each of these using spit out for each of these little things. And one more. Okay, that has water in all of them now. And then I'm going to use the grate that you find in the beach area to cover that up. And then I can place my sprinklers down. And I'm going to do this one first so it can start doing its thing and you can see exactly how much it covers. While I'm waiting on my sprinkler to water my ground, I'm going to show you a really cool I'm going to say trick. It's not a trick. It's just a feature that I found. Striped soil in the game compared to the ordinary soil will give you a darker path around stuff in case you want like a dark path versus a light path. And I am going ahead and using a dark path around my farm area. I just thought it would look good. Okay, my soil is finally watered, and as you can see, just because of the way that the sprinkler goes in a circular motion, these four corners are not watered, and I'm fine with that. I think what I'm going to do is place some blocks, and I'm going to put some electricity in the area and put some garden lights on it. So let me get through doing all of that and planting my crops, and then I'll show you the final product. Yay, it is complete. Let me move back a little bit so you can kind of see the house in full view. I love how it looks up on the hill. And I did move Victory Bell into the house. He has the grow ability. That way he can come and help take care of my plants for me. And he's already doing work without me even asking. The only thing I'm not 100% certain about are these little pillars that I have the garden lights on. And I guess I need one more transmitter to get this one to work. But anyway, I'm not sure if I like having that. I feel like I may end up taking those down and just putting the garden lights straight on the ground. I don't know. I feel like it needs some height back here, but I don't know that that's exactly what I want. I had thought about putting some pergolas over here, but I don't know. Farms are wide open, so who says you have to have height out here? But anyway, I am super stoked to have this built. It took me a while to figure out exactly how I wanted to do it. I love how the house turned out. Absolutely love it. I may end up changing the inside some, but for now, I think that's it. Please give the video a like, as it really does help the channel, and I hope to see you in our next build. Bye-bye!